Now let's do our third problem. We are given that the two primes, m and n, makes the equation 5m plus 7n equals 129 true. Find the sum of these two prime numbers. Well, we see we have 5m plus 7n. 5m plus 7n is equal to 129. The left side can be rewritten as 5m, and we're going to split apart this 7n into a 5n plus 2n. And now we can factor out the 5. So we have 5 times the sum of m and n plus this extra 2n that was split apart by us. Now we can observe, it's easier to observe something. We see that 129 is an odd sum. 2n must be even because there's a factor of 2 in there. And this entire term, if we look at it as a whole, has to be odd then, because it has to be odd plus even gives us odd. So then knowing this, we know that the term 5 times m plus n must be odd. And the only way something is odd is if its factors are all odd, which means 5 is odd times m plus n is odd. This tells us that m plus n is odd. And we also know that m and n are all primes, which means that m and n can either be 2, which is the only even prime number, or odd numbers. Of course, m and n add up to equal an odd number, so they can't both be odd numbers, which means that one of them has to be 2 and the other is just odd. So let's say that m is equal to 2. You can also say n is equal to 2. Either way, you will solve the problem. So if m is equal to 2, we can bring this back into our original equation. We have 10 plus 7n is 129. We can subtract a 10 on both sides. So we have 7n is equal to 119. And then we can isolate the n by itself. We see that n is equal to 17. So then the sum of m and n must be 19, and that is our answer. But wait, there is a second way to do this problem, and it may even give us a second answer. Remember, when you're doing a problem, there might be multiple answers sometimes, so you cannot be partially correct. If we had said that n is 2, instead of m being 2, what will we get? Well, when we bring this back into the original equation, we have 5m plus 14 is 129. Then we subtract 14 on both sides to get 5m is 115. Now we divide 5 on both sides. This gives us m is equal to 23. So in the first solution, we got this as our solution set. But in our second solution, we got n is equal to 2 while m is equal to 23. These are different numbers. So it means that the sum of m and n can also be 25. But which of these are correct? Well, both of these are correct. We can just say that m plus n can be 19 or 25. And this is the fully correct answer.